What's going on, guys? It's Avid Arena here, and today I'm bringing you guys another commentary. This is another gameplay. The gameplay is actually ranked old school. It's a pretty easy game. These guys actually blew ass, but I wanted to get a quick gameplay. Got it earlier this morning. These guys just didn't know what they were doing. Today I want to talk about things that really piss me off. This is pretty much, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten into one of those arguments that you just got so heated before and after. That's what I want to talk about today. My first thing is forcing your children, not really, I don't know, forcing them into things like religion and sports. Especially with religion. Religion's really the big one with me. Is that in my brain, I can't comprehend how you as a parent can force your child into something that they are not old enough to actually believe in. I know that's how you would raise your kid. You want them to kind of grow up to be like you, but when it comes to religion, it's really not, as a parent, your place to decide that. For instance, if you're Catholic, or for my family, for instance, they tried to raise me how they were, and they're all Christian. I grew up. I played the little whole Christian game as a kid, and it didn't really work out for me. I'm actually an atheist now. I don't believe in God at all. That's just me though, and a lot of families do that, and religion's not the only thing. Sports is another one. I actually got into a heated debate with Chaos Earth about this. There's a lot of these kids in the Olympics. That's what actually started it. The Olympics, that the gymnasts and the 15, the 13, 15, 16-year-olds that have been gymnastics their entire life. Look, these kids, they've never done anything else. They've never been given the option. They're not old enough to really comprehend. You got to think about it this way. That kid is 16 or 17 years old, and all they're going to know is gymnastics. They will not have a life after gymnastics. Once they turn 22 and there's that next 16-year-old that's 20 times better than them, they have nothing going for them. They have nothing to put on a resume other than, I was an Olympic gymnastic, or I was an Olympic gymnast. That's not going to get you anywhere. I don't know any offices that are hiring Olympic gymnasts. That's just me. I can't stand that. Maybe if they were given options as a kid, they would grow to be, what they actually wanted, not what they were forced into. Fathers do it a lot with sports. Their kid's going to be the greatest football player in the world. Your kid's 5'1", hates football, and doesn't even like people. He's probably not going to be a football player. Get over it, Pops. That's one of the things that really gets me going. Another thing is when people talk about things that they don't actually know about. One of the big things for me is when people talk about gaming and, like, for instance, if somebody were to talk about Gears of War and, they just talk about all these things that they don't actually know, they've never played it, they'll be just like, Gears of War multiplayer sucks. Dude, you haven't played anything but Call of Duty your entire life. I don't know. It's one of those things. That's not the only thing that there is when it comes to shit that people say or talk about that they actually don't understand. That's just one of the things that I can relate to. Sports is another big one when people talk about, well, the New Orleans Saints suck ass. Maybe they did 30 years ago. I don't know about you, but they look pretty solid to me. A lot of people do that shit. They don't really know what they're talking about. Maybe they're just trying to be liked or something. I really don't know. But, when people talk about things that they don't actually know, or if they talk about basketball, that's another thing. They'll talk about basketball players that I hate it. It's one of those things that I can really fight with somebody for days about. And to get things kicked off, the last thing, nobody guessed my favorite food. My favorite food is actually these barbecued weenies that my mother used to make. They're fucking amazing. And this week's question is going to be, what game got me hooked? What video game? One video game got me hooked. And that's it, guys. Let me clutch. I'm out.